If your dentist is quick to suggest sealants and fluoride treatments without providing dietary consultations and recommendations, red flag. This is Dental Red Flags, Part 3. 90% of Americans experience tooth decay, despite following their dentist recommendations of sealants and fluoride treatments. Do you think it's working? I'm not anti-fluoride. I'm somewhere in the middle. But I am expecting great miracles when you go to the dentist and they just douse your teeth with fluoride. And half the time, we don't even know what types of fluoride they're actually using. And sealants. Don't get me started on sealants. All right, you got me started on sealants. Here's the deal. Our teeth were designed to have grooves and fissures. We were designed to have these things for a reason maybe you and I don't understand, but our body evolved for these things to be there. And for basically millions of years, we were completely fine. We know this because we can dig skulls up. We see these fissures, and these skulls might be 30 or 40 years old, and they had no tooth decay. So therefore, it worked, and it worked for a really long time. Then somewhere along the line, dentist researchers figured out, hey, if we just fill in these grooves, we can prevent cavities, because that's where the cavities were starting inside these grooves, because the food we're eating, the diet we're eating, were not the same as it was 1,000 years ago. We get that. The problem here is, once we realize, and you got to realize, the rate of sealants is the highest in the United States. And why do you think that is? Money. We make the most when we do sealants in this country. Now, whether or not they actually work, the researchers will say, oh yeah, it prevents tooth decay. But then they never looked at the fact of when sealants are not done well, they're not maintained, and they begin to leak. They did not talk about how many cavities that cause. And in my career, 20 years, I can't even tell you how many cavities were created by that sealant. So my whole understanding is, when I see a patient that comes in here and they have really deep grooves, or other reasons where they may be a higher rate of tooth decay, we talk about it instead of just covering it up and go, here's a sealant, get out of my office, cross my fingers. That's not how it works. You talk about what may be the problem. The sealant in itself is not necessarily a benefit in my eyes. Education is the number one benefit and prevention that you can provide that patient.